sick. So the stream is up. How's that one? Okay, stream's up. And we are going to jump straight into a game, hopefully. Let's find out what's going on. So we are... I'm just going to change this shit. So we're going to be shoutcasting Rimson in soloQ, and I'm going to jump straight in and see what's going on. It's about 4 minutes into the game and he's playing Mumu. Haven't done any casting for about a week and a half actually, because I've been mega busy at work, because we have a game release in the foreseeable future, so it's been pretty hectic. But hopefully, whilst I am Katowice's stop for the day, I'll do some casting this evening, and then we can see what's going to happen. So teams are, looks like a Mumu jungle, Castin mid, Malphite top, and a Misfortune Sona bottom lane, and then we've got Jax top, Fizz middle, Vayne Tarek bottom, and a Nocturne jungle. All about 1400 ELO, and looks like both teams, I think, are pretty even across the board. Both Malphite and Fizz, both Castin and Fizz being really strong assassin type mages and can really sort of just jump onto people and shut them down very quickly. And I think both Vayne and Misfortune not having those dashes like your typical Corki or your Graves or your Ezreal, they could be in for a world of pain when these fights go on later on. A Mumu, amazing combination with Misfortune. You know, Curse of the Sad Bullet Time as it's become known. Very powerful combination, and if they can get that to work with the CC from Malphite and Sona, Purple team needs to be very careful, because there's a lot of AoE that can come down very quickly, and I feel that's probably wise that they have that the Vayne has that cleanse, and that's going to work. That's going to pay dividends for her. So Nocturne starting off at the Wolves, and Mumu starting off at his Wolves. There's not been any early aggression on by the looks of things. Going to move these guys around quickly so we know what's going on, and I think we are there. Right. So pretty safe start from both top laners, starting those boots in 3. So they want to have a nice little bit of movement speed early on. Nocturne not getting an amazing leash from his bottom lane there. It looks like he's gonna do that without needing to use the smite, but getting quite low from doing that, and getting those potions burning away. A Mumu, he uses his smite actually. He's nice and healthy, and he's gonna look like he's gonna come for a gank top. Grabbed himself that bandage toss, so he's got that gap closer and the stun. Malphite starting with that Q. He's got the movement speed slow, so they've got a lot of CC. Jax using that counter strike there. That's going to be a perfect time for Mumu to go with the bandage toss. Lands that down though. Malphite's not in a great position. He gets that slow off though. Jax flashes. Are they gonna try and follow up from that? They're not, and they're gonna walk away. But whilst this is going on, Fizz trading out really well with Castin there, and Fizz starting with that Doran's ring, so he's got a little bit of HP and a little bit of AP, and that much needed mana regen. So it's going to be very difficult. Malphite using a lot of his mana though in these trades though, in comparison to Jax, and Jax, he's feeling a little, he's got those health potions running, so he's going to feel healthy. A Mumu waiting in these sides. Are we going to see him jump onto this Fizz? Fizz not picked up that troll pole yet, and this surprises me. He's going to be really susceptible to a gank possibly from a Mumu here, and if Castin's got that silence, it's going to really prevent those flashes as well. So there's the Mumu coming in now. He's going to throw out that bandage toss. He's going to land the bandage toss. Great bandage toss there. Castin not in a good position though to follow up from that gank there from a Mumu. But whilst it's going on, Nocturne's come top. Stun's gone down to Malphite. There's the tether for the fear. Nocturne's got that fear off. Malphite flashes, got ignite on him. Nocturne flashes again, gets the auto attack, and that's first blood. Really great gank from Nocturne there, getting that really nice sphere with the red buff, enabling him to pick up a kill on Malphite. And this shows why Boots has become a non-favourable start for these top laners, because ganks top, really change the dynamic of that lane and completely throw it against you. So you need to get those. You need to start with that crystalline flask and start with those wards, you know, so that you can be in a much stronger position. I can't remember, I think this might be the patch where crystalline flask has been nerfed actually. Has been buffed, sorry, in price and in the healing. But Nocturne coming in the back here, got this red buff. Fizz's hit is slow, and he's got there's the flash to break the Nocturne tether. Ignite's gone on him as well. Caston's going to walk away from that, but Nocturne burning another flash there. Really, really great play, and he's going to rotate back round, ready to pick himself up Kassadin, and Kassadin doesn't have a ward at all. Nocturne's coming in here. Gonna hit that Q from Nocturne there. Nocturne he's not gonna follow that up, and he's gonna walk straight away. But Kassadin having to recall now. Fizz getting himself a nice little CS advantage, and this is gonna sort of snowball in his favour because he's gonna start to be able to zone this Kassadin out. Malphite, Jax trading it out. Ignite going down onto the Jax, so Jax taking a few auto attacks, but Malphite just popping his E quickly enough there to burst the Jax just before he could finish him, and that was a really, really great trade for Malphite because he was slightly behind, and now he's ahead of him in CS and he's picked himself up a kill, whereas Jax only got that assist on that first blood earlier. So in terms of gold, Malphite, he's on 745. Jax is actually on 700 and sorry, Malphite's on 1,500. Jax is only 1,200, so he's building himself a little gold advantage. MF, she's out CSing this Vayne here by a little bit, by about 5 CS, forcing the Vayne as well to farm under this lane. Sona not got the most amazing ward coverage though, considering how aggressive this Nocturne has been, and just got to be careful. Mumu checking out Nocturne's jungle, but he's not going to find anything, and that's a little bit of a waste of his time, considering that if blue team were a bit on this, they'd be able to inform their bot lane that actually Taric hasn't got any wards out right now. So Nocturne, this is that patch, okay, yeah, because he's got all the new animations. No, there's the Mumu coming straight in for the Fizz troll pulling out straight away. Malphite, he's coming back to lane, he's got himself, looks like he's going to be possibly building into a Catalyst Protector. Who knows? He's picked himself up a Ruby Crystal as well as a Sapphire Crystal, so he's going to have a little bit more mana and a little bit more HP, and he's going to be able to trade with his Jax a little bit better. Jax grabbing himself that Ruby Crystal and taking a lot of damage from this Malphite, who's actually been he's been leveling up that Q to trade with him and do some nice magic damage, but that move gets pretty expensive in terms of mana, so this Malphite needs to be very careful. Both Mumu and Nocturne coming top. Both have got wards in there, so they're going to get spotted out. However, Nocturne, he's going to sit in this try, having seen the Mumu. Mumu going to face check this try. He's going to get caught by the Jax and the Nocturne, getting the fear and the stun. There's the flash from Mumu. Mumu using his banish shot on the minions to gap close, but Malphite still not helping him at all here. Jax is going to have that leaf strike up, but he's not going to go in on this. Rimson taking a ton of damage and needs to be very, very careful here, and that just shows that how Nocturne just bid his time well. But in the bot lane, Vayne getting dangerously low though, taking a lot of harass damage, and whilst that is going on, Fizz has roamed across and picked himself up a Mumu, but Nocturne's come down to support this Fizz. Kassadin's come around as well. Kassadin's level 6, he's got that gap close. He's going to go straight across. He's going to hit that slow. Nocturne getting an amazing spell shield. Fizz not got his ultimate because he used it on the Amumu. Malphite going in as well. The Ignite coming down to Nocturne. Kassadin finishes him off. Kassadin's not going to have that time to riff walk. Fizz picks himself up a kill though. Malphite's getting quite low. He's not got any mana either. Jax doesn't manage to land that stun, and he's going to walk out of there, and that worked well in favour of Fizz, picking himself up 2 kills. One on the Kassadin and then one on the Amumu as well. Great roam by him, and great vision to see where he needs to be. Grabbing himself that nice early sheen. Bottom lane though, Sona picking up that Vayne finally. Flash from the MF, not quite able to finish that Taric. Taric flashing as well, and she uses that ultimate a little bit too late there, and I think she needs to just be a little bit quicker on that, and that's a shame, otherwise she'd have picked herself up a kill on that Taric. Jax though getting himself another assist, and he's not farming quite as well as Malphite, and Malphite's really keeping himself relevant. Got himself that he's got himself a nice 400 gold advantage, and hopefully he'll be able to try and snowball that in his favour and really help his team out. But another gank coming top onto the Jax. Jax has not got a great deal of mana. He's only got about 195 mana, so he's not going to have that leap, not going to be able to use that sleep strike again after that time. There's the Mumu landing that banish, just waiting out. The Ignite's gone down onto him as well. Is he going to die to that Knight? I think he might just survive. Yeah, there's Malphite going to flash for him. Wasn't quite in range for that Q, and that was a really great gank there by Mumu, and poor vision by the Jax to not recognise that that ward there trying to save him. Fizz coming up though. Has he got that ultimate? Yes, he does. So, Amumu invading here. He's been pinged out so they know where he is. Nocturne's coming across. He's going to find him. Amumu getting that ward down at the red buff. So he's going to spot that Nocturne there straight away and he's going to get out. And that's a really great route by him to get that vision on that red buff and also walk away from the Fizz and the Nocturne coming up. Great play. Bottom lane trading it out again. Sona just use that crescendo onto the Vayne, and the great positioning there by Sona to really sort of shut down this Taric. Taric's not got his flash. MF not quite able to get that off there. Gets the stun of the turret. Vayne's going to pick herself up a kill though from that, and that's a really great dazzle by Taric there. Both the AD Tarics getting themselves a kill each on the supports. Vayne, she's 1-1-0. MF, she's 1-1-1. CS, not a lot in, about 10. In terms of gold though, 2.7k on MF to 2.5k on Vayne. And so this MF slowly creeping ahead. Got herself a BS, so it looks like she might be building straight into that Bloodthirster actually, as opposed to going to that Black Cleaver build. And Jack's got the minion wave with him here. Malphite just gonna back away as soon as he pops that counter strike, and he's trading really well. He's got himself the Philostone as well as the Catalyst Protector, so he's got a lot of mana regen and he's got a lot of health regen, and he's gonna get that health and mana back as soon as he levels up each time. So it's gonna pay dividends to him throughout the laning phase and make it very difficult for Jax to trade with him because Jax is gonna be so low. But whilst it's going on, Fizz picks himself up Cassadin. Jax and Malphite trading out. Jax picks himself up a kill. Malphite using his ultimate there to try and save him, but Jax picks that up. But whilst that was going on, Fizz and Cassadin killed each other. Mumu not had he's farming away here, but bottom lane they've got this pink ward in this Tribush, so you know I'm surprised we haven't seen more presence down the bottom from Rimson here. But Nocturne pushing up this turret here, gonna get a little bit of damage onto it, and he's in a bit of a bad spot here. Mumu going in on him straight away with that bandage toss, and I think he's gonna let him walk away there and keep these minions for Cassadin here. Nocturne, he's got that paranoia up, so we might see a gank from him in the bottom. Gonna get spotted out by this ward actually, but that ward's just run out, so that's a shame that he just wasn't quite there slightly later. But coming around the back side here, looking like he's gonna try and get a lane gank in. Is he in? His ultimate's got a nice bit of range on it, but Cassadin's come down as well. So is Fizz. Fizz got his ultimate. Cassadin's gonna be able to riff walk in as well, and so we might see a 4-on-3 here, and Cassadin's gonna get into the side here. Gonna go straight in. Gonna flash straight in there. But Paranoia coming around the back. Fizz is coming with his ultimate. Crescendo going down from Sona. Sona and MF are both gonna fall to Nocturne and Fizz. And that's a really great gank from Nocturne and Fizz to come in and use that Paranoia to great effect. Sona didn't quite manage to get a great crescendo off there, and that was a great spell shield by Nocturne as well. Great ultimate by Fizz to land that, and now they're going to rotate straight around onto this dragon and pick themselves up another 190g. And Mumu had gone back though, picking himself up that giant spell. So it looks like he's going to probably go straight towards either a Randuin's Omen with that cloth armor, or maybe we'll see him rush that Warmogs, which is so strong. Top though, still trading out nicely. Malphite having a great time in terms of CS, really making this Jax have to work for any CS he gets, zoning him out. Fizz, Cassadin trading out really well in lane here, but Cassadin doing a lot of damage to the Fizz. Fizz, however, he hasn't actually ranked up as many points in that playful fixture as I would have expected. Like to get that nice and early. Mumu going in there in the bottom lane, not really going to be able to produce anything, and whilst that's going on, Malphite, no surprise, really dominating this Jax out completely, and picked himself up another kill considering how low that Jax was again. But Nocturne and Fizz both rotating up top, going to try and pick themselves up this Malphite who's beating on this turret, and he could be in for a world of pain here. However, Nocturne's going to get that fear on though. Trading out here, Fizz is coming out as well. Fizz hasn't got that ultimate either. Malphite doesn't have his ultimate. He has got flash though. I don't think he's going to be able to walk away from this alive. And there's the kill from Fizz. But Cassadin, he's come up as well to try and help him out. Not going to produce anything though. Cassadin does pretty good burst damage, but not enough to finish this Fizz off, especially having that playful trickster. Cassadin waiting in the side. Nocturne's recalling in the bush. He's gonna carry on going back. Fizz and Cassadin trading out. The Nocturne's coming in as well though. Fizz hits his ultimate now. He's hit that Q, and there's the ultimate from Fizz, gonna finish him off. And Cassadin really playing a little bit risky and a little bit silly there. But Mumu really struggling to kind of get in on this game, and really sort of change what's going on. Cassadin overextending a little bit there, and thinking he was in a safer spot than he was. But in this bottom lane though, MF, she's if she can carry on farming the way she is and carry on getting these kills, and these mid and top lane don't come down and roam and get her, she might be able to carry her team to victory with that wombo combo. So in terms of CC, they're going to be very strong, and if this Malphite carries on the way he's going as well, he can become very problematic and make it very difficult for Jax as well. Whilst this is going on though, Ping's going out from Purple Team. Fizz grabbed that Lich Bane now, so he's going to have a lot of burst damage and going to do a lot of damage with that on hit magic damage as well with his W. Now Mumu's going to be caught here by Fizz. Fizz doing a ton of damage, showing how that Lich Bane proc, half HP that Rimson was on about 80%. He's now down to about 50, so he has to be really careful because Fizz is scary. His ultimate does a lot of damage, has a great amount of CC, and he's able to juke in and out of these fights and really assassinate people. And MF has to be exceptionally careful later on because if he gets any more fed than he is right now, because he's 6-1, she's not going to be able to be game changing that like she needs to be. Fizz going straight onto the Castle in there, just trading it out so well with him, just able to go onto him with that Urchin Strike, follow up with his W, and just harass him so much. But Nocturne coming in this back push here. Malphite though, he's going to overextend a little bit. He's going to get caught out by the stun and the fear from the Jax and from Nocturne. Using his ultimate though onto the Jax. Jax flashes away though. Cassidy's come up as well. He's gonna land that snare on him, but Malphite has to be really careful here that they don't turn onto him. Cassidy getting away from Malphite. Malphite gonna get completely caught by that paranoia from Nocturne. Nocturne's got that red buff, so he's able to get the slow on. Fizz is gonna come in with his playful trickster. He's gonna land the ultimate. Brilliant long range ultimate by him there to pick himself up a kill. Cassidy though, he's in a bit of trouble as well. This Fizz is following up onto him. He's gonna completely juke out any of his silence there, able to do a ton of damage to him. Playful trickster is going to be back up in about 4 seconds. He hasn't got flash though, so if he can find himself Castin here, Castin could get caught. Castin's going to get back any second now. There he goes, and Fizz just going for that bush about 2 seconds too late. Really great play there to pick themselves up that Malphite. Jax getting low, but getting out alive, and that's the main thing there. Malphite 3-4-1 now, building actually quite a lot of building less tanky than I would have expected him to build, but maybe that's what he needs to do. MF doing a ton of damage to that Vayne there. Vayne not able to trade with her. She's picked herself up the Bloodthirster. She's built herself that dagger as well because she's building into those attack speed boots. Vayne has only got that BF sword and the Vampiric Scepter. It's almost 15 CS behind her, and just not able to just keep up in this lane with that amazing amount of harass from the zone of MF. But in this side here, we see Fizz, we see Nocturne. Cassin's going to get completely caught here in this bush, and it's going to go straight across with the Rift Walk. Put that Ignite on though. Ignite's going to come out to cleanse that, and there's the bullet time from MF, doing a lot of damage. But MF picks herself up Vayne, Fizz picks herself up Sona. Tarek's dangerous low. Tarek's going to fall to Castin though. Urchin Strike from the Fizz there. Fizz getting picked up by the Amumu ultimate and the bandage toss. Castin doing a lot of damage. Hasn't got enough mana there to continue it up. And that was a really great trade there for Blue Team, picking themselves up Vayne, Tarek and Fizz just for a MF Sona. Great play, getting themselves that extra kill onto the Fizz, who is worth a lot of gold with how many kills he has on him right now. Fizz looks like he's picked up those Alacristi enchants, so he's gone for a lot of movement speed, so he wants to be able to get around in these fights and do a ton of damage, and not be bogged down too much, and that's going to really play into his hands. Both AD carries got themselves the Bloodthirster and the Berserker speed, so they're going to have a little bit of attack speed and a little bit of AD, but MF picking up that Zeal, so she's going to have even more attack speed, a little bit of crit, and some movement speed as well, so she's going to be very dangerous, and they need to be exceptionally careful. Surprised we haven't seen her pick up that Black Cleaver, because it plays so well into her damage and the way her combo works with that bullet time. MF coming back to lane as well now. Nocturne and Nocturne duking out with Malphite though. Jax is going to go back, and Malphite continuing to be problematic. Amumu looks like he might be picking himself up a Rylai's Crystal Scepter actually, so he's going to go quite damage oriented as well. Cassidy going onto the Fizz there, doing some nice harass to him in lane, and Cassidy, he's a pretty strong champion. He's not typical pick in terms of coordinated play, but he's pretty popular in solo queue right now because of how he can roam and he does pretty good damage. Archangel Staff has been buffed as well, and that really pays dividends and works really well with this kit. And Mumu coming up the top though, hasn't got that curse of the sad mummy though, so he's not going to be. The ganks aren't going to be as effective. Jax playing pretty safe here. Build himself that phage so he can get those slows on, he can do sustained damage and keep on that Malphite, and as well as that Vampiric Scepter giving himself that AD and lifesteal. But Mumu waiting in the side, hasn't been spotted by any wards, and so we might be in for a gank here again. And Malphite, there we go. Jax has gone in on with the leap strike. Bandage toss coming in as well. Jax has got that stun down. He's going to hit both of them with the stun. He's going to leap strike away to that minion. He's going to get out of there, no problem. Didn't have flash though, and if Mumu's Curse of the Sad Mummy's come back up, so he's going to rotate around again. He's got that bandage toss again. There's the slow. There's the bandage toss and the Curse of the Sad Mummy to lock him in place. The stun's going to come out as well, but there's the dive with the Malphite Ultimate and Ignite, and they're going to walk away with that. Jax, one dead champion. Really great amount of damage there, and great coordinated usage of that CC to pick themselves up that kill. Fizz spotted out by this ward. Castin's hanging around. MF's hanging around. Sona's hanging around. Nocturne's here as well. So we're in a 4 for 3, and they need to be very careful. And Mumu and the crescendo missing onto the Fizz, as well as the bullet time, using that playful switcher straight across the Dragon Wall, and he's going to walk out of there no problem. And that was a really great play by him to burn out all those ultimates with that playful trickster. And Purple Team are going to be in a really good spot to pick up this dragon here, because they haven't got that wombo combo that they're famous for. And I'm surprised they don't want to fight this, knowing that a lot of MF's damage isn't going to be there, and knowing that Sona's CC isn't going to be there. Mumu's top. Malphite though pushing up, grabbing himself that one turret there, working his way onto the second turret, and Fizz has had to come up as well to try and respond to this Malphite just pushing all day. He's 4-4-1, and he's becoming a little bit of a force. He's got a little bit of AP, he's going to be a little bit problematic, I think, coming into this later on game. It looks like Nocturne's building himself that frozen mallet, and I'm surprised we haven't seen him pick up that bulwark. Although it looks like Tarek might be building that with the emblem of Valor. Tarek actually picking up that Ruby Sightstone as well, which is a pretty unusual pick, because you don't usually buy Ruby Sightstone until the laning phase is over, because it's just you don't get the same amount of gold usage out of it as you do the Sightstones, so it's just not quite as cost effective. But here's Castin coming straight down, pings going out from both teams onto him, and both Tarek and Vayne going to back away. That ward's going to spot him out completely. Vayne's going to use her Condemn here probably. Yep, that's going to stun him straight across the wall. There's the Paranoia. Paranoia's not going to quite get him. He gets out of there with the Rift Walk, and they're going to walk away safely. Nocturne having burned his ultimate there for nothing. But Jax responding to the Malphite pushing top, picked himself up his own turret now, and actually Malphite, he's nowhere to be seen. Where is Malphite? And in this bottom lane, bullet time coming out as well. Fizz is going to fall there to MF. And Curse of the Sad Mummy goes down to finish off that Vayne with the Castin. There's the double kill for Castin onto Tarek as well. Looks like they're going to look to pick themselves up this dragon here. All the while, Malphite was back in base chilling. Got himself a Leandri's Torment. Wow, he's going to be pretty scary with that magic pen and the percentage health. But mid lane, Tarek falling there to Nocturne Jax, and it looks like they're going to rotate onto this dragon. Sona just spying herself that Nocturne and Jax, and they're going to wait in this bush here. Mouth, it looks like there's the ward come out from Nocturne. The slow coming down to Jax. Jax is going to get completely caught here. He's got that counter strike on, gets the stun onto Castin. There's the flash, ignites on him as well. Not going to catch him. He's going to walk away there with the ulti on, and that Jax getting away very low. And it was a really risky play by him. And we've got a lot of AP damage on this team now. We've got Malphite with his Leandri's Torment. We've got Mumu with his general magic mount damage based kit, as well as a Raleig's Crystal Scepter. Rod of Ages picking up on that Cassidin, and Sona. She looks like she's building into that runic bulwark for her team. So that's going to work really well. I couldn't figure out what gone on there. Why Rimson didn't go in with the bandage toss. And Fizz landing that ultimate onto the Casting and the turret. Casting Rift walks away, and both of them trading each other for very, very low. So yeah, Rimson disconnected there during that fight, and if he had this DC'd, Jax would have fallen there with having been locked down by that stun from the bandage toss when he was slowed. And that's a shame there that that happened. Jax building into that Triforce actually, which is not as common a build as it used to be now. Blade of the Rune King being a more preferable pick because it just works much better with his kit, giving him that long range slow. Ginsu's Rage Blade being an amazing item for him as well. So yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't seen him go for a more sustained damage build, especially considering how this Malphite's just trading so well with him there. But Ping's coming down onto the Malphite. Malphite's got that blue buff as well, so he's going to spam those Qs and really make it a tough time for Jax. And Fizz catching himself Sona here. She's really low. MF gonna come in onto that Fizz, critting him there, doing a ton of damage. Grabbed herself that static shiv as well, so she's gonna have some really nice AoE type damage. But Malphite getting caught by that fear there. He's gonna get stunned as well by the Jax. Jax and Nocturne are gonna do a lot of damage to him. Fizz has come up as well. Malphite's dangerous low. He's gonna fall there. Bullet time coming down though. There's the Curse the Sad Mummy as well from a Mumu. Nocturne's going to take a lot of damage. There's a crescendo onto him as well. Jax is going to fall there to Kassadin. Fizz ultimate coming down onto 3 of them. Not going to quite be able to get him. Kassadin's going to have his Rift Walk up in 1 second. Kassadin's going to get feared though. And Rift Walk out of that tether, and Nocturne's going to walk away from that actually. He's got a Sunfire Cape, so he's pretty scary with how much HP he's got, as well as that passive aura and that little bit of armor. MF though doing a massive amount of damage, building that Megatron cloak, so we might see her pick herself up that. We might see her pick up that QSS and maybe into the Mercurial Scimitar, so she's going to have that free cleanse from the Taric Star or possibly the Fizz ultimate as well. So she's not going to feel completely alone and be able to get out of the single target CC that purple team have. Sorry, blue team starting on the dragon. It's 25 minutes, 26 minutes in, and this is the second dragon of the game we're going to see. And really, this is gonna take this gold from being completely even to bringing this to a 1500 gold lead for blue team, getting themselves that little advantage that they've been pulling back for themselves. Fizz grabbed himself that blue buff whilst this was going on. Malphite's come down into the mid though. And we might see another fight break out. Fizz catching himself and getting caught by Casting here. There's the silence and the bandage toss from the Amumu. He's gonna fall though. The ultimate coming down from Fizz. Casting getting himself that kill. Casting though, he's become a force unto himself. 7-3 now compared to Fizz, who's 10-4. Fizz really starting to fall off because he's built into that Rod of Ages, and he probably should have built a bit more heavy AP, maybe a Rabadon's, or maybe we should have seen him pick up that Zhonya's Hourglass instead, so that he could have a big AP item. Instead he's gone for a more tanky AP item, and really we're starting to see his damage slightly fall off now because he's not gone completely burst. So Malphite doing a ton of damage with that Q though. He's got about 75 AP, but with that Leandri's Torment, Vayne is not happy chappy. They're taking a lot of harass from him. But four members of purple team, the Dazzle going down onto the Malphite. Malphite's also getting slowed by the True Shard of Ice onto Nocturne. Gets the fear off as well. Vayne picking herself up a kill on Malphite after he uses that unstoppable force, and no one else was really able to respond to him hitting all of those targets there. Just not quite in range. I'm surprised you didn't see Amumu possibly like flash bandage toss to get into those fights and maybe make something happen, but everyone wasn't in position there. And that was really Malphite getting caught. Bandage toss can be straight into the Vayne. Vayne cleansing it, but getting caught by the bullet time as well. There's the crescendo come down as well. Fizz picks himself up a kill. Casting's got himself a double kill though. He's taking a lot of damage though. The exhaust coming out to Jax. Fizz doing a lot of damage with his Urchin Strike. Flash there out from Rimson. And this is a 2 for 2 right now, especially considering that was a 4v5. Really great pickup there by Casting to jump straight into that Vayne, using that silence with his Null Sphere, sorry. Grabbing to burst her down after that. Amumu landing a brilliant bandage toss and that Curse of the Sad Mummy. Cassadin going straight off the Fizz though. Fizz taking a lot of damage. He's going to fall there, and that's a third kill for Cassadin in these exchanges here. And really building himself to a nice amount of damage. Grabbed himself that Archangel as well. That's probably nearly stacked. It's 2/3 of the way stacked. So when that turns into that Seraph's Embrace, his damage is going to really start to sort of pump out, and he's going to have that little mana shield to sort of help him out if he's in any trouble. Sona finding herself the Taric there. and they're going to trade it out a little bit and both back away. Malphite grabbing that blue buff actually, and Jax pushing this top lane up. Hasn't finished that Triforce, sat on 1.3k gold, so we might see him go back any second to pick that up, and really his damage is going to sort of amplify a lot from that. He's recalling now. Then we might start to see the Baron dance begin. Malphite, not very tanky in terms of resistances, but he's sat on about 2.7k HP, so he's going to be in a strong spot. I'm surprised we didn't see either Malphite or Amumu go like full tank, whereas Amumu picking up that Rylai, so he's got that utility and a little bit of AP and some HP. Possibly, it seems to be working right now because blue team are doing very, very well, but I feel like if this Vayne can survive the burst, or a team can support the Vayne in such a way, they're not going to have a dedicated guy to try and shut her down and take a lot of the brunt of her force. We've got a pretty wombo combo type team in terms of the way they're built and the way their moves work as well. Amumu going in with his Banish Toss and Curse and Sad Mummy, Malphite going in with his Unstoppable Force, Crescendo from Sonar, followed up by that Bullet Time from MF. It's a really, really scary combination to deal with. But rotating onto this bottom turret, gonna do a bit of damage. But Amumu going straight onto the Fizzer, landing that Banish Toss and the Curse of Sad Mummy. Crescendo missing though as he Flavor Tricks was out. Vayne ultimate coming out from Fizz, hitting that MF. Not quite able to catch up to him. Castin using that Null Sphere, not able to follow up properly there. Castin riff walking around, trying to find himself someone squishy so he can assassinate someone. Whilst that was going on, bottom turret fell, but Nocturne respond brilliantly there, pushing down this mid lane, grabbing himself his own tier 2 turret. He's going to sit there and recall MF. She's going to carry on farming. Whilst this is going on, Vayne picking herself up, Cassidin with the towering. Amumu taking a little bit of damage from the Vayne. Vayne walking away, no problem. Got that Phantom Dance, and she's got a lot of attack speed now, which plays really well into that True Silver Bolt. And Fizz going onto the Malphite there. Malphite using that Q to give himself that little bit of movement speed. Malphite's going to use that Unstoppable Force straight over. Jax flashing straight after him. Going to trade it out with him here though, taking a lot of damage. Sona's here to support him as well. There's the Paranoia from Nocturne straight in onto Malphite. Fizz coming in as well with his Playful Trickster. The Fizz going to land, but it's going to send him in the other direction. Bullet Time coming straight across there, doing a lot of damage. Nocturne's in a really bad place. Fizz is in a bad place as well. Great response from blue team there. Are they going to be able to catch themselves, this Fizz? He's not got eyes on him yet. Fizz using that Urchin Strike to gap close that distance. Tarek's here as well, and he's going to get out of there really, really safely. Malphite though, nearly tricking that purple team into overextending themselves and grabbing themselves a kill or two possibly there with Sonar and Misfortune. Vayne coming across here, trying to defend this mid turret as well. So we're gonna see possibly a five-man push onto this turret here. Mumu's grabbing this blue buff actually whilst this is going on. They're gonna back off actually, and we've not got great ward coverage from purple team at all. They've only got this one ward in here into this bush. Blue team they've got a ward there as well. Got themselves this pink ward in here so they can get great vision there as well as having this pink ward in this blue bush as well. So they really want to be able to get these pink wards out, and it really reminds me of watching MYM earlier with their getting those pink wards and having really great map presence and dominance because they're able to take those wards out and not have to burn oracles and things. Malphite actually grabbed himself that Randuin's Omen, and he's going to be a very, very scary guy. I suspect that we might see Amumu build into that Frozen Heart so that he's got the utility to shut down some of Vayne's attack speed.
A summoner has disconnected.
And Fizz is reconnected now. So nothing's going to come of that. Dazzle coming out there onto Malphite. Malphite's going to walk away from that though. But whilst this is going on, 4 members of blue team starting on the dragon. Third dragon of the game, second blue team giving themselves a nice little gold advantage. They're going to take this out no problem, get it down really quickly. The MF picking themselves that up. Nocturne's going in with the Paranoia straight on the casting, they're doing a lot of damage. So the Crescendo comes down with the Curse of Sammy. There's Bullet Time. The Fizz ultimate doesn't quite land. Now with MF walks straight onto it, she's going to fall then straight away to the Vayne. Malphite picks himself up a double kill onto Nocturne and Vayne. Castin picks himself up Jax, a lot of damage coming out of Tarek. Tarek's going to fall there. That's a double kill for Castin. A really, really great team fight. And that Curse of Sad Mummy with the Crescendo and the Bullet Time and the Malphite ultimate showing how crazy that damage can come down. Fizz is in a little bit of a problematic place. Playful Trickster over that wall. He's going to walk out okay. Malphite and Sonar are in the mid though. They might be able to spy him here. Hasn't got any eyes on him yet. Purple team have these wards in the bush, and they're going to walk away, and he's going to walk away from that, no problem. And Malphite is really, really scary. Casting very scary as well. Seraph's Embrace looks like he's going to be building us that Rabadon's Death Cap. Sona's dangerously low though. She's going to juke around with his Fizz though. Fizz going to walk away, no problem. And she's got to be so careful because he can assassinate her very, very easily. Malphite playing around with his Fizz though, who's being very tricksy, using his Playful Trickster, waiting for that cooldown, the ultimate, which is back up soon. Gonna get the Leandri's Torment on him though. Fizz, Playful Trickster away. Malphite though, gonna go really big for him. Flashing after him as well. There's the Q from him as well. But Vayne, a great chaser. However, Malphite with that Q, which saps some of the movement speed, he's going to walk away, no problem. He's going to use that Q there to slow her again. Not going to quite catch him. Nocturne's chasing as well. MF's come up to support him. And he's going to walk out of there, grabbing himself that Fizz. Really, really great play to get that. Malphite getting caught by the Dazzle again. There's the Shard of True Ice to slow him. There's the Randuin's Omen as well. Malphite's got his ultimate too, so if he can survive a little bit longer, he might be able to go straight in onto that Vayne. Vayne's going to get picked up. Vayne's going to fall dangerously to bullet time. The flash from Casting to get out. Paranoia straight onto him though. Jax is going to pick it up MF. Casting Rift walking out of there. Sona's in a world of pain. She's going to get feared here, and that's another kill. That's a kill for Vayne. And a really, really risky play there, Malphite, getting caught out and baiting the rest of his team in to try and save him. And actually, they get caught as well. Now, Purple team in a really great spot to go straight onto this Baron buff here, with both bot lane members dead. They're going to have no fear of doing this. And they're going to have no trouble doing it either. Vayne pumping out some serious DPS here. She's got the Phantom Dancer and the Bloodthirster, as well as that Last Whisper, so she does a ton of damage. She's got a ton of armor pen, sorry. So it's going to be. She's got 310 AD, and that's scary. If she can get in those fights there, and carry on doing sustained damage, it's going to be very problematic. Blue team could possibly. It's the League of Throws, ladies and gentlemen, and they need to be very, very careful. Malphite playing very aggressive, doing crazy things, getting in these positions, getting himself caught a little bit, and making it very hard for his team to come back. Amumu building that Haunting Geist, he's going to be building into the Leandri's Torment. And I feel that's a little bit unwise, because they need Amumu to be in these fights and to be able to just pump out that sustained damage with his Despair. He doesn't need massive amounts of AP because he's got great base damage and his percentage HP. Casting getting caught there by Vayne and Jax, able to flash Rift walked away. Is he going to be able to get away? There's the flash from Jax. Jax is chasing him though. Is he going to be able to catch him? He's got that leap strike. He's not going. I don't think he's going to get him. There's the Rift walk from Casting walking out of there, and he's going to get away barely with his life. Great play. Tether coming down from Nocturne onto that Malphite. Malphite is going to turn straight back onto this with the MF and the Mumu. Jax coming in the side though. Could Jax come in a bit of a bad spot? He's going to leap strike away, but he's got taken a lot of damage here. Mumu's not used that Curse of Mummy yet. There's the bullet time and the Curse of Mummy and the crescendo onto the Jax and the Taric, picking themselves up a kill for MF and a kill for Sona. Great play there. Banish shots coming out from him, not quite able to land, but Vayne doing a ton of damage, picked herself up that GA as well, so she's going to be terrifying if she doesn't get focus fired in fights. Malphite not as tanky as it needs to be under this turret. MF taking a lot of damage as well, and Mumu's going to go straight onto her there with that Banish shots doing a lot of damage, and there's the fear as well. The Fizz ultimate coming out onto the Amumu. Amumu's going to fall there straight away to Fizz. Fizz is not going to be able to chase though. Whilst he's going, Casting uses his Rift Walk straight onto Vayne, picks that up kill. MF though, not got any focus on her. Casting going straight onto the Nocturne. Nocturne's got the Fear Tether on him as well. There's the bullet time, the Make It Rain from MF. Casting picks himself up a kill, Fizz picks himself up a kill, MF grabs that Fizz. They're going to get this inhibitor with that Ace. Great team fight there from Blue team. Using that MF, not got any focus on her there. Walking around that fight, she's so scary. Got the QSS, grabbing that. Looks like she's going to be building possibly into an Infinity Edge, and she's a serious force. Taric Jax coming straight back out. There's the counter strike and the Shard of True Ice onto Jax, who's got that slow. MF though, pumping out some really great damage and kiting, but not able to burn this Jax down, who's got himself 174 armor and sound on 2.5k HP. This Jax though, slowly pulling himself into this game, getting these kills here and there. MF though, if she grabs herself that Infinity Edge, she's going to be completely unstoppable. She's sat on 2.5k gold. She's going to go back any second now, pick that up, and her damage is going to completely spiral out of control. GA on Jax, GA on Vayne was popped during that fight, and then she was still picked up, showing how much damage this Amumu and this Cassin and the MF and the Malphite can all pump out onto her and burst her down. But they need to be very careful. Malphite's grabbed himself a lot of armor, and he's got a significant amount of HP and damage, so he's in a really good spot. He's got himself that Leandries, which gives him percentile health damage, which scales so well for him building full tank everywhere else. He's got a little bit of magic resistance to that magic fail. There's Fizz as well. Fizz coming in. There's the Unstoppable Force duking it out there. The Fizz ultimate's going to come down as well. Not going to quite hit anyone. Tarek trying to get himself that dazzle off. He's got Shirley as well, so if he wants to continue, if they want to follow up on one of these Nocturne engages, or possibly a Fizz going in, or a Jax going in, he can pop that, and the rest of his team can come in straight off the back of that, and that's going to really play well for them all sticking together and going into fights all at the same time. The same can be said for blue team. Both Malphite and Amumu have these amazing long-range gap closers with that Unstoppable Force and the Bandage Toss, and Casting with that Rift Walk. Amumu in a great spot here. If he can hit that Bandage Toss, he's going to go straight in with the Curse of Sad Mummy, with the Bandage Toss though. Gonna get knocked out of the Curse of Sad Mummy though. There's the Crescendo as well. Nocturne's with the bullet time. Nocturne's getting dangerously low. Tarek's dangerously low. Vayne's gonna go straight onto the MF though with Fizz. She's gonna fall there. Moomy's gonna pick himself up. Nocturne is gonna get Tarek's gonna get dangerously low. Malphite flashing straight after him. Vayne, she's not got any focus here though. Rimson picks himself up. Fizz. Casting grabs herself Vayne. Casting, Jax has had his GA popped as well. Casting, he's going to get himself, and he's going to sit with there on the Malphite onto the Jax, and that's going to be a great team fight. Blue team all very, very low, but an ace nonetheless. Significant gold advantage now as well. 8k in this game, and 7k in this game, and there's just no, I don't think there's any way for purple team to come back, and they're going to push and win here. And that's the GG. Malphite very, very tanky with that high HP armor, and he's going to tank. And actually, it's Casting tanking these turrets here, and they're going to take this down no problem with that auto attack damage. Nocturne's going to be back up in 2 seconds, so are we going to see him able to defend? I don't think we are. This is going to be, they're going to pump out some DPS here onto these turrets. Nocturne is taking a lot of damage though. Gets hit with that Unstoppable Force. He's going to drop dangerously low, so is the rest of the team, but there's the Nexus turret, there's the Nexus down, and that's a really, really great game. Well played, blue team, finishing that with a 34 to 25 kills. Oh. You can tell I'm a little bit out of practice, I haven't done it for about a week or so, sorry if I lost my place a few times during those fights. Maddie, I hated your build, but you played well nevertheless. You landed some pretty sweet bandage tosses. I liked it a lot. Great play. The Malphite was kind of... He was fucking ballsy is the only way to describe him, and stupid at the same time. So, are you in the queue again? Are you in the queue again? Oh, it's a little bit cold in my flat. Retired to a Lee Sin buff. Lee Sin's never gonna be buffed. Ever again. I'm just trying to figure out what's gonna go on and what's gonna happen here. So... Silor, who are you? Is that guy that we played with the other day who was fucking ballsy ass shit? He was so ballsy. No. Lame. You can't follow that, can you? That was so close. Like League of Throws, like making its proper comeback. Oh, I was like, oh no. Oh my god. Like, oh, it was insane. Oh, well, you're a bit of a toxic player, Matty, to be fair. Let's find out what's happening if... um... So I don't really know what's going on. I'm just trying to wait to find out what other people are doing. I might shut down the stream for a little bit and then put it back up in a while when I found out what other people are doing. So thanks for watching.